Welcome to the Retail Uncovered Breakfast in Mission Bay with Good George. Thank you for giving up your time this hour of the morning. And for those of you who received the text, I look forward to seeing some of you and maybe some other faces tomorrow morning. This establishment is one that we're not used to experiencing for breakfast. Many of us will have been here in the late hours of the evening and some in the early hours of the morning, but not normally for breakfast. And that's because the Good George this morning is not a hospitality establishment, it is a retail store. And not, as you often get with other technology presentations, a store of the future. It's a store of today. It's a store where we can experience real tech, real stuff. An opportunity to view firsthand technology that's being used in retail. So today, what do we have for you? Andre Timothy will be leading the team through a series of live, yes, never do live presentations, of actual engagement with retail technology in our retail store. After that, we'll have a retail technology panel discussion led by Laura McConley, and who's yet to arrive, I notice, but I'm assured she's going to be here. So, and then after that, you can engage with the sponsor vendors and experience the technology firsthand. Goodie bags. These are yours to keep. There are some goods in there from the sponsors. Most importantly, there's a pen and a notepad in that. It's very old-fashioned, low-tech, but it is quite effective in these sort of environments for you to be able to take some notes and write down some questions that there'll be a session where there's a bit of an open forum at the end of the panel discussion. Now, traditionally with technology in retail, it's been a mechanism that we use to solve problems. And historically, retail's been tech that's been dominated for us at the counter. And there's an issue, and we, as technologists, find a way of solving that issue. That's changed a lot. And now we're presented with much more technology where it's becoming the fabric of the retail environment. And to an extent, it's almost become, and I like to compare this with AI, because AI is the poster child of the scenario. And also, one today should never do a presentation without mentioning AI. So here it goes. I do believe it features in some of the demonstrations. But AI is absolutely a solution looking for a problem. What we have experienced recently with AI is literally that, just to experience it, to understand it, to see how it works, and then translate that solution into a mechanism that we use for problems we sometimes didn't even know we're experiencing. So that indeed is the way as technologists we deal with innovation often these days, understand the fabric of the technology, and then apply it to deliver value in the retail landscape. So let's see how this works today compared to maybe a traditional model. And I'm going to pick hospitality because we're a hospitality venue. So historically with a quick service restaurant, the model of engagement would be, I'm hungry. I turn up, I stand in a queue, I talk to someone behind a POS, originally a cash register, they take my order, take my payment, and I get a number and wait to be served. But today, it's different. Technology's changed that experience for us, certainly as a consumer. I'm at work, I'm about to go home, I'm about to have dinner. I think I'll just have burger fuel, and I have burger fuel just around the corner from me. So while I'm online, I can register and order my meal, and in that case it has my credit card on file, so it's quite a fast process. And in a very timely fashion, I can pick my burger up on my way home. So in this example, we're going to see we've gone from one point of engagement with technology to get served to, I think, about 8. So that's number one. Number two is I'm in a mall and I'm hungry, and so I use that. Or indeed, I'm in my car, which is something that I'm not necessarily going to own up to, but there's a subway around the corner, and so while I'm carefully stopped at the side of the road, I engage my mobile, and I use the subway app. And I love the subway app because not only does it have card on file, but it also remembers the last order that I made with Subway. And I don't know what it is with Subway, but when you go there, they ask the same 20 questions for you to affect your order. It's always the same answer. And it doesn't really matter what sub you get, it always tastes the same. With the app, it remembers my last order, and I don't have to explain that I don't want olives, but I do want salt and pepper on my tomatoes. And I simply say, same as last order, it has card on file as well, and I select that, and my order's ready at the local Celtic station on my way back to the office. So now I've got two. I'm in a mall, it's busy, I'm going to KFC, and because it's busy, they've got a queue buster with a Honeywell mobile device, taking orders and payments while I'm standing in the queue to relieve the pressure. I'm contemplating going into the queue, but English is my second language, or indeed I'm just young and hip, so I go to the kiosk. And I'm at a tank juice establishment, and I finish my order at the kiosk and then wait for my number as I did before. I'm a boomer, and indeed I am. I'm a late boomer, I think I make it by about a month. So I just go and ignore all this chaos around me and stand in the queue and get served as normal. So now I think I'm at least up to number 4. I go straight to the table. I see a QR code and I scan it with my phone and fumble through a menu because I'm still a boomer. And then I can order my food and it comes to the table. I'm at the table and there's a built-in kiosk or a tablet usually, which they use. And I can furnish my order for tablets. These are really via the tablet. These are very common in Australia with bars because they get busy, and the bars, and this is absolutely correct in terms of the business cases that they've affected, they find that at the busy times they are managing to get sales where people look up at the bar and say, oh, it's too busy to get a drink, so I won't do it. Whereas if I can order it on a tablet, then I, as you would understand in Australia, I'm able to drink a lot more and not even get off my feet. So, go beyond that, and a little traditional, but someone comes to my table, takes my order on maybe a Honeywell Device, and then I get served as I normally would. So suddenly we're finding with technology, it's not that as technologists we're able to address problems in the environment, it's that we're able to understand how technology works and apply them with innovation to change the experience. And similarly with, as a consumer, before technology was something retailers used to help service, but now it features in the decision-making process that we as consumers make on determining what store we shop at. It's no longer the food, it is often the convenience and ease with which I can get that food that decides where I'm going to eat. So certainly if I'm in a rush to go back to the office, I'll pick Subway, not because I necessarily like the taste and it's healthy, I pick it because it's the fastest and easiest lunch that I can get while I'm on the move. And that's because of technology. It's because of technology when I order at home, it's because of technology that I get served quickly in the queue, and suddenly my decision-making process, which is really important to merchants as they seek to make customers happy and increase their sales, is determined by technology. So, recapping, we've got the Ongo Timothy live demonstration as we go through the various spots of vendors' technologies so we can experience it. We're in a retail technology panel discussion at the end of that, and then after that, please engage with the vendors and get a view of the tech, get some answers about what else they're doing. We've had some people that have flown in overseas for us to provide some insights on what's happening there, and engage with each other and share some ideas around how we can view technology, understand technology, and then apply it with innovation to our merchant customers. So with that, I'm going to hand over to Andre and Timothy to take us through over the team for the live demonstrations. So over to you, Andre.
Thanks, Andre.
You're welcome, Andre.
The name gets old. Every morning, it's the same thing. Andre. Well, welcome everybody to our S-Mart store. So, as you can see, we've tried to set up a store in this pub. It's been a lot of fun, to be honest, so just going to preempt this by saying these live demos are going to be interesting to watch, so hopefully technology well, actually technology. Anyway, here we go. So the purpose of our day today, so what we've really got here is a few different setups. So we've got a store layout. We're trying to, I guess, represent the back office, the back of house. So you've got Access, who have got their security dashboards. Then you've got SOTI, who have got their SOTI dashboards. And then on this side of the store, this is where we've got the floor area. So we'll have our floor staff coming through, and hopefully all the devices that will be being used will reflect on the screen. So yeah, that's been some fun setting that up. But yeah, as you guys all know, technology these days, it's all around us. So every time we're going into a lot of these stores, we are interacting with it, but it is invisible to us. So with this demo, what we wanted to do is uncover some of that technology and let you guys see what is actually happening under the covers. So with that being said, we're going to start our day, and we're going to hand the time over to our operations manager, Dean, who is from Access.
Thanks, Andre. And Andre. So I'm going to start my day. I've got a very strong cup of coffee. I've got to work. I can see on my Access display speaker that it's 8:45. I normally start at 8:30, so luckily we're not using Access Analytics to alert my manager that I'm running late, but we could. But actually we've gone beyond security now, so we can do a lot more. So I can start my day by looking at our Insight dashboards. So our Insight dashboards can work on video management systems, and we're open to that. So we work on many video management systems. We have our own video management systems. Or you can pull the metadata into a cloud service like Power BI. Now, utilizing existing infrastructure, so the cameras that you had there for traditional security, now you can count the people coming inside the store, going out the store, and moving around the store. So understanding, like people moving through the aisles, which aisles that they're using, the dwell time. And from that gives me great insight. So now I can create my roster for the day. Now I can have a look on my dashboard, and I can see on my video management dashboard that I've got a notification. So there's been an event last night. So I can click on that notification and have a look. That will take me directly to the event to have a look. So we can see that a person was behind the building. Now using the camera that was there, Object Analytics, we're going to use a Access strobe siren. So now we've created light and sound.
You are trespassing. Please leave the area. This area is under video surveillance and you have been recorded.
Now there's three things that an intruder, they do not like. That's light, sound, and getting caught. So we've got it really covered here. So I can see that I have, we've had a close call, but they got freaked out by the sound and light, and they've gone away. So that's good start to the day. Okay.
Thanks, Dean. It's good to see the thieves didn't get in. So we'll continue our day here. And now we're going to hand some time over to our store manager, Sanchit, who's also going to look at some dashboards this morning.
Brilliant. So as a store manager, get in the morning. And my first job is that I want to make sure that my day runs very smoothly. And as a part of that, I want to come in and have a look at all of my devices that are online in my store. So I can come in and look at all of my devices. And that gives me a pretty good glimpse at what devices are online and what should actually work. Now, at the same time, I've got two new staff starting today. So I've got these brand new devices sitting here with me, the Honeywell devices. I need to deploy them to my staff with the right set of applications. So all I do is, as you can see on the other screen, there are two devices here, and we need to deploy that. So I can simply take a device, drag and drop into a store associate who's one of the persons starting today, and the other one I want to deploy to a store manager folder. And what will happen is, because these devices, all these folders are pre-configured, you see it's a fully locked down kiosk device with the right set of applications and the right set of applications that the person needs to do the job. Now, I also need to come into another dashboard and have a look at the charge levels. I want to make sure that all of my devices at the start of the shift are on the right charge. So people actually not wasting their time and not being unproductive waiting for devices to charge while they're serving the customers. So here I can see, oh, I've got these few devices which are under 20% charge. So I can simply click on any one of these charts, and then I get a filter applied automatically. And now what I can do is I can simply see that that particular device needs charging, it's 80%. So I can send a text message via SOTI to that device, or I can simply call the device directly from SOTI. And even when the device does not have a SIM card, I can actually talk to the user and tell them, hey, put the device on charge before the shift actually starts. So now this gives me a full holistic view. The third thing I want to do is look at my printers. I just want to make sure that all my printers are going to work, because that's the last point of the transaction. If they can't get the receipt, they can't actually transact. So I can come in, have a look at the dashboards. I've created a dashboard. I can draw a map of my retail store, and I can actually see where each printer is. And all of these printers are extremely interactive. So I can simply click on it, and let's say if this printer has a red status and it says that media is low, I can actually click on it, and I can understand that what printer this is, how much media has been left, and I can change anything remotely and get it all fixed. So I've got everything at my fingertips at the start of the shift to make sure my operations for the day are not hampered.
Thanks, Sanchit. We're going to switch lanes now down to some of the floor staff, and we've got our duty manager, Dutta, who's now going to use one of the devices that Sanchit has had set up. So take it away, Dutta.
Thanks, Andre. So my name is Dutta. I'm the duty manager at the Smart store. So my first thing, start my shift, my job is to make sure my store is up to the standard and ready to serve our awesome customers. So I walk into the store, go to my office, pick up one of my Honeywell device that's ready for action for my shift. So if you tilt your head on the left side of the screen, you can see, I'm doing a screen pass, so you can see what I'm talking and what I'm doing on the device. So that's actually live demo. So the device is currently locked. I can't operate, I can't do anything whatsoever. So the first thing I need to do is scan my barcode. And as you can see on the screen, it's asking for notes. So what those notes are for, I can enter and key in if there's any damage to the device. So hey, if I found the device was broken screen or the frame was damaged, I can put a note on that. Why I'm doing that? Because I'm accountable to the device. Because the business would know, like that person picked up the device using my unique ID code, and I found the device was not in a great condition. I put check the notes in. But in this condition, the device is in a perfect scenario. So there's nothing wrong with it. So I can just skip that part. Hang on a sec. The device has a low battery. That means I can't use the device for the whole shift. So what I need to do is take the battery off. While I'm doing that, as you can see on the screen, the device is still turned on. So it's not restarting, it hasn't died. I check the new battery on. Recognize the battery. Reading the battery conditions. So yeah, there's perfect condition for the whole shift. Skip that part, and bingo.
Good old demos.
Compared to the demo boards.
Alright, there we go.
Perfect.
Got it.
Now I'm in the device. How that whole process has happened. So it's a Honeywell software designed by Honeywell for Honeywell devices. It's called Operation Intelligence. Works seamlessly along with SOTI on the Honeywell devices, be able to give the accountability back to our business that, yep, I picked up the device in the morning and I own this device for the shift. So if something has happened to the device, I'm accountable toward this. So great, so I move on to my next phase. I go around the store, I make sure like the store is up to the standard, everything's up on the shelf, everything's been tidied up last night, the stock has been fulfilled, but hey, I notice, ooh, the Doritos are missing. I walk to the aisle, what I do, I pick up my, again, Honeywell device. All the Honeywell devices have a dedicated button called Smart Talk. As soon as I press it, hey Jack, pass me the Doritos bar, there's the Doritos empty in the shelf, please bring them to the front. So, without needing this radio thing going in my earpiece, my staff brings the Doritos and I can just put them back on the shelf here. So Doritos are ready to be served for our customer for shift. And then next thing what I do, I notice that labels is also missing on the shelf. So without me needing one back to the office where all the historical your printers are based anyway, I got this Honeywell RP4F label printer, 4-inch receipt printer as well. They connect as a receipt printer, so I can just do print. Sorry. So you can see on the screen there what I'm doing in the real time. So the label comes out, I check that on, and I'm back in action. So the readers are filled, the labels is printed, the barcode is there, the product information, the price is there, so customer can come and check, yeah, this is how much it's going to cost, and ready for action. So the productivity is up, there's no time waste is done, and then I got the job done.
Thanks, Doug. And it looks like today is going to be a good day. So now, hopefully when customers turn up, there'll be something to sell. Okay, we're going to stick around on the shop floor, and we're actually going to have a customer, played by Linda, coming in with her baby. Freaky looking baby. As you can hear, Axis have got some soothing music playing through their speakers. And now Dean's going to take you through just what the Axis Audio Dashboard's able to do around setting the scene for the stores.
So, as you heard, so Axis is a lot more. We're growing from our security side and growing into a lot more what else that we can do to be proactive. So we introduced the IP speaker originally as a deterrent. Now we've moved into ceiling speakers, wall speakers, into the retail environment, education environment, and more. So from here you can be a lot more flexible. So instead of the old analog system, everything is contained into the speaker itself. So it becomes an IT device, so just an end device. So the IT department can manage the audio system end to end. We don't need a full rack full of amplifiers or anything like that anymore. That's all gone. The amplifier and everything, DSP, everything is in the system here. And we can manage everything from here as well. So from here we have an easy dashboard. So we can set up advertisements, announcements. Obviously, as you heard from the, we can start the music at the start of the shop opening. And you can manage this from a central location. So if you've got multiple sites nationwide, you can have an HQ where you can log in and see all the status of your sites. And from there you can push out advertisements per store. So you might have like an advertisement specific for the South Island, one for the North Island. So you can group your stores down there, push that out and say run every half hour, run every hour from there. So that makes it very versatile on that. So for an example, here's one here.
Welcome to Air Smart. Today only, buy a coffee and get a free muffin.
That's a great deal.
Sounds like a good deal. Oh man, what's happening with the baby? Oh, it looks like she's getting sick all over Linda. No, look at all that vomit. It's disgusting. What is she going to do? Luckily, the S-Mart caters to all. So it's not just a food store, it's actually a shirt store. So what's Linda doing now? She's looking for a top.
Yeah, I think I need a new phone.
Today we have a special on all clothing. Buy one, get the second at half price.
Perfect.
So here we're doing targeted advertising. So again, utilizing the traditional security cameras that you've already got there. We simply use object analytics, that there's a person in this area. So we do it for a certain amount of time. So here we've done it just for, say, 5-10 seconds. And then we can play the advertisement directly out of the speaker in this area here. So it's not store-wide. So then you know that it's getting to the right people at the right time.
Great. So I walked in. I noticed the Linda's struggling, and g'day Linda, how can I help you?
Hey, I would like this shirt, but I can't see seem to find it in my size. Can you please help me?
Sure, great choice. Big common shirt. So what size are you after?
The size L.
Size L. All right, let's have a look. So I do the scan on my Honeywell device to check the real-time inventory in my WMS, and I notice there is a shirt back in the warehouse. So what do? Oh, you know, like today we've got our L in the warehouse. So let me just use one of my Honeywell device and then get my good old friend Jack to bring the shirt at the front. So Jack, shirt please. All right. So all of that's happening in the seamless real time, and then the shirt is here. Linda's got the white shirt, and happy days. Grabbing a free or half price one as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, now the baby, since she threw up, she's looking pretty hungry. Linda, what do you want to do?
Oh wow.
Very good.
Well, my cat is allergic to things. I don't want to read all the nutrition labels on like 10 packages. Can you please help me?
Oh, 100%. Lucky that you're in the good hands, a customer with the Honeywell device. So what I'm going to do, I got the Honeywell device, which is, as you can see on the screen again, is paired up with the TV, so you guys can see what's happening in the real time. So Linda mentioned the kid can't have nuts and allergies. So what I can do, so I've got the Honeywell device, I've got the app running called Designed by Honeywell for Honeywell devices called SOTI. So I turn on the app, and a big word in the room is AI. So this is using an AI with a camera on the devices. So as you can see on the screen, if I go towards the aisle, I start picking up the product, and then what I'll do, I just select on the screen that the kid can't have eggs and peanuts, and I go okay. And as I start moving my screen around, you can see on the screen that the box is turning into red. That means that particular product has the allergic product that the kid can't have. So as I go around, found another one, still red. So the outlining of the whole box turns red. So it tells you like, yeah, this is not something that you can have. So I go to the next item. All right, baby's in a luck today. You can have the lollies. Here you go.
I would like to take this today, please.
Sure. So what I can do again here with a Honeywell device, using that Smart Talk Swift Decoder, I can take the payment in real time using NFC. So every Honeywell device comes with NFC inbuilt. So you can just go.
Because I'm in a rush.
Sure, no problem. Tap and go. So I got the payment on my device, and I can print the receipt from my Honeywell label printer. Here's your receipt. Happy days.
Thanks, Dutta. As you can see, that payment demo was amazing with the pastry flex showing on the screen. That was one of our demos that we couldn't get working properly, but it does actually work. Andre's got a device that's got it working. There's just, there's a few things that us as salespeople, we're not technical, so we just think that everything works. Sometimes it doesn't. So now we've got Linda leaving the store, and we're going to head over to the coffee shop.
So, like a free coffee.
Sure, here you go. Oh. Keep your muffin. Keep your muffin for the later.
Oh, Linda, you need to wait in line for a little bit because we've actually got a demo that's about to happen here. And I think Dutta's jumped the queue too. So if we just switch over to Access, Dean's going to just take you through some of the queue management analytics that Access can do.
Attention all staff. Assistance is required at the cafe checkout.
A little bit out of order, but so again, using object analytics, simple. So using the cameras that are already there, we just created another scenario here. So in this area, if there's more than one person for say longer than 15 seconds, because maybe people are running in and out, so you don't want it going off all the time. So then we can create an alert. So we can play a message at back of house, or store wide, or we can play different ones. So we can play an announcement out the back, and then another announcement in the checkout area to say staff have been notified, a new checkout will be open shortly. So it's a very easy integration, and we can send a notification to the managers and that sort of thing as well.
Well, I jumped the gun, but it looks like I love my customers so much, so can't keep them waiting. So here's your coffee. Thank you.
Oh, Marlon, what's going to happen to you now?
Attention. A person has fallen over in aisle 23. Assistance is required. Oh my God.
You better get there fast. So, yeah, as you've seen, that's for detection analytics that are loaded directly onto the Axis cameras. So there's been an announcement that's played directly out to the back of office for the staff from the back to come and help.
So again, using my Honeywell device to call Jack. Jack, come and help. Come and help. Bob is all down on the floor, bro. No worries. Good old Honeywell device.
Okay, and just on his way out of the store, Marlon's like, wow, these guys are so friendly. I've seen this demo on this tablet, which actually has been turned on. So it's a customer satisfaction survey. So as he's walking out the store, you can see that on the screen now, and he wants to give the store some good feedback. But that app has actually been designed by SOTI Snap. So I'll give it back to the store manager, Sanchit, and he'll take you through SOTI Snap.
So this is a simple customer feedback form that has been created into SOTI Snap. So SOTI Snap is essentially no code to low coding, AI-based tool development which can create applications both for iOS and for Android platforms. Now, what we can do here is, let's say if I want to create an application, I can simply come in. If I've got an existing PDF form, it could be something like a customer feedback, it could be a returns good, it could be an RMA form, it could be a closed incident, any paper-based process that you think which is within the retail store or the back of the store, you can actually upload that and the application will be created for yourself. If you don't have a PDF or a Word document, you can simply go to AI form generator and you can type in build customer feedback form, right? And once you create it, it will actually generate a form for you, which you can then modify and make it look good. And simply with the help of a widgets, let's say once I've designed this particular store, actually, there's one thing that I missed and I've rolled out to all of my stores. I want to actually add a geolocation tag so I can understand where the feedback's coming from. So when I run reports, I know what store has what feedbacks over a period of X amount of days. So I can simply take geolocation tab as soon as I can find it, and I can drag and drop here. And that will automatically grab the location of the store when the customer has filled out a survey. So this way, you can actually save a lot on paper and turn everything digital within your retail environment.
Cool. Thanks, Sanchit. Man, it's been a busy morning. We're going to have to start the afternoon shift now. So we're going to start this I think we're just going to have a video of a staff member pulling into the car park and license plate recognition from Axis, automatically allowing them to come in. So Dean's going to take you through a little bit more on how that works.
So Axis License Plate Verifier app runs on the camera itself, so very efficient, doesn't require the server. But we integrate with video management systems, so you can manage it from there or directly on the client itself. So you can load all your staff number plates onto the allow list, and then trigger the car park gate automatically from there. You can also send notifications, so you can create a notification that a certain VIP customer has arrived. You can even do an audible alert. But we work with a lot of third-party companies as well, the likes of Aura and that sort of thing. So we push those number plates directly into the cloud service for those third-party systems as well.
So when Marwan fell over, he actually forgot that he was in the store to buy something. So he's sort of a little bit shy about coming back into the store. He doesn't want to interact with the store staff. So he walks in and he picks up his Honeywell personal shopping device. And he's able to scan his loyalty card and go and pick up the items he was supposed to grab. His loyalty card is associated to his payments, so his payment method. So when he leaves and docks the device, he's automatically charged for what he's taking. Cool. Okay, now we're back to the back office again, and I think Sanchit actually talked about it. He had a notification that there was a printer that had an issue, so he's going to go talk us through SOTI Connect.
Brilliant. And while all this was happening in the store, there were a few notifications that popped up in the back end, which were regarding the printers. So now, You have seen before that how we could actually find out what the printers was, but I suddenly got a notification in the back end that someone had actually changed the setting on the printer and also some media had run out. So what I can do is I can simply go to my devices and I can look at a printer that's actually not working. So I can come in here and I can compare it to a printer that is actually working. So I can select another printer and I can say, and I can compare the two printers, and now what I want to do is simply look at all of the differences between the two printers, and very quickly I can understand the printer that's actually not working, what's wrong with it, and I can compare the setting. And using SOTI, if certain printers run outdated, I can over the air push out Wi-Fi certificate, push out firmware settings, push out pretty much any patches that you want to put out to the printer without having to manually touch it. How many times you've taken a USB stick, plugged into a printer, and tried to update something on a printer? But with SOTI, I don't need to do that. With a click of a button, I can ensure that the uptime and the customer transactions are all going through as soon as I get a notification on any of those printers.
Thanks, Sanchit. We've got Jack, our staff member. He's picked up his trusty Honeywell CT47 device, and it looks like he's had a click and collect order that he's needing to pick. Cool. He's heading over to the services counter to the printer, where he's going to print the click and collect label, I believe. And there you have it. Without a PC or needing to go through a network, the Honeywell printer's got its own built smart or operating system that's able to take direction right from the CT47 and print us a label. In the meantime, we've got another customer coming into the store, and he's looking a little bit staunch. What is he doing?
Hey sir, how can I help you?
Hey mate, just want to return these shoes that I fit on my size.
Oh, okay. Let me check on this. Just for safety protocol, I will record these.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So Jack's turning on his body-worn camera as part of the health and safety of the store, and it should say, starting recording.
There we go.
Damn it, missed it. Okay, so it actually said the message, but yeah, it's quite light, so it would at least give the customer notification. We'll let the interaction carry on.
Okay, cool. Let me just double check that the shoes is. Oh my god, but these shoes are weird and tear, man.
That
I think that you used it a
that was
lot,
like
man.
that when I bought it.
Yeah.
Is I can no, they can math. They were like that when I bought it, mate.
They don't look even.
Are you laughing at me?
I cannot return this, man.
Do I amuse you? Are you calling me a liar?
No, man.
Aggression has been detected at customer service counter. Assistance required.
So as you can see, this message won't be played out obviously on the shop floor, because it's actually a message that's gone out to the back of the house. But we'll switch back to our operations manager, Dean, and he'll take you through what the Access Analytics have been able to pick up.
So a lot of our cameras now have audio sensors built in also. So and as well as the speakers. So we can detect aggression, breaking glass. So it takes that step more as well. So the audio sensor in the cameras especially is not there for recording the audio. It's just the analytics. So we can sort of appease those privacy concerns. But it becomes very effective, and it sort of just pushes that boundary a lot more. So from that, we can create an alert. So either back of house, we can send a notification or push into a third-party system like that. We've looked at also, as soon as this happens, one announcement for the back of house for assistance, and then we can play one at the front of house saying, please be nice to the customer services company. The body warns. So the body warns is something that we're seeing a lot more, and not just in this for security, for also customer services, managers, and that sort of thing. And it's becoming a lot more effective. So obviously the visual aesthetics, the audible, so the prompt. So you weren't able to hear, but when he starts recording, it says audio and video has started recording. And a lot of the times, this becomes a deterrent in itself. They suddenly step back, they sort of de-escalate a little bit, which is what we want. So rather than being what originally was just for evidential purposes, but now we have the benefit of being able to de-escalate the situation as well.
Cool. So with that happening, it looks like the duty manager was alerted from the back of store, and so was the security guard. So they're going to go and help escort the guy out.
Someone screen on
You don't get to keep your shoes, mate. Come on. Okay. Now we're going to go back to Sanchit. So it's the end of the day now. Coming to the close of the day, Sanchit's back in his office looking through his other SOTI dashboard called SOTI X-Lite, and Sanchit will show you through that now.
Brilliant. So what happened today was, while the store was running very smoothly, obviously as you saw, the devices are completely locked down. There are only 2 applications running, but my staff reported some downtime on the application while they were serving the customer. There was a lag and things were not working properly. So we suspect that it could be a Wi-Fi issue. So now, by integrating SOTI with the access points that are installed within the retail store, or using a design studio, we can actually have a map of your retail store drawn up. And I can simply start a live view of all of my devices in real time as they're moving around the retail store. How many times you forget devices somewhere, right? And here we can give you an idea of how they're moving around the retail store. And I want to do live tracking of my Wi-Fi signal on the entire retail floor. So here I can simply come in, do some tracking. I want to do heat tracking. We can obviously track multiple things like batteries, memory, CPU, but in this case I'm only interested in Wi-Fi, save, and apply. So what this will do is, in real time, as the people move around with the devices, it actually pings the devices, captures the data from the device level, so it's real data, and it actually draws out the map depending on the thresholds that you've defined for different colors. So you can see in some places orange, in some places green, and here we can find out that in some places it would be red if the Wi-Fi signal was really bad. So now we know that yes, Wi-Fi was probably not an issue here in this case. However, if I look at other set of devices, and I come in and do a CPU test similarly, then I can see, because there was an update being pushed out at the same time, the device CPU had spiked. And that could show up as red. And that's where you would find out that yes, that's probably caused an issue and it coincided with the time. And SOTI gives you a 72-hour time machine to go back and look at any data. So what I mean by that is, I can simply stop, start, I can look at any data for this particular device. If I want to look at the CPU spike, and I know the problem actually happened at, let's say 4 a.m., I can drag back in time, and I can look at all of my devices at 4 a.m. in the morning or 4 p.m., whatever the time was when the issue happened, and look at any of those parameters. So how often do you think from an IT standpoint, you can actually drag back in time and look at the device when the issue actually happened? So now you can do that. So you can track your applications, your devices, your signals, your full performance of the device at that particular time and look at it from that standpoint.
Cool.
And once again, sorry, it helps me keep the uptime and reduce the downtime and resolve issues quickly so it doesn't happen the next day.
Yeah, awesome. And then just before Sanchit does go as well, he's also checked on his OpenTel check-in, check-out dashboard, which you would have seen Dutta demo in the morning, and he saw that there was actually a device that's been missing for 3 days. And so it looks like the battery's gone flat, because Dutta would have been able to see that on X-Lite as well. But he knows that its last known location is still in this building somewhere. So we've got Dutta who's going to show how Honeywell devices can help in that instance.
Alright, so Sanchit used a Honeywell device, pushed Smart Talk to talk back to me and inform there's a missing device in the store. But exactly where? As you all know, the GPRS work really well outside, but not indoor. That's where the Honeywell design software with the Honeywell devices comes handy. So as you can, again, you just need to turn your head around a bit and you can see on the screen, so I'm doing the real time. So I go on my Honeywell device I use the Honeywell Up and Tell software and go find my device. As soon as I click the device, it shows like what are the number of devices in the store or in the warehouse. But exactly where is that device? The SOTI tells me that's in the warehouse, it's in the office, in the building somewhere. Could be hidden anywhere in the boxes or in the cupboards. What I do, I use my Honeywell device. So Jack has purposely put the device somewhere here, so if you guys can get silence a bit and then help me find the device in the somewhere in this store, the S-Smart Mighty store, so we can find a missing device. So I go CD45 in this scenario is missing, let's put it somewhere here. As you can see on the screen, the yellow bar, the circle's turning on and telling me that I need to go, the device is nearby, I just need to go move a little bit closer. So as soon as I start moving around, tell me like I'm almost there, but exactly where. So I'm very close, close proximity to my device. So I go use my trusty Honeywell device, I'll press on the bell button, and then there's a beep noise coming out. So point me where that beep noise is coming out from, guys. Somewhere here. Are you hiding behind that device, mate?
Darren's hiding.
Oh, nice. Alright. Oh, it's somewhere here. Cool. I found my missing device. This device was hidden behind the banner, but it could be anywhere in the boxes or a bunch of clothes that you couldn't locate with the devices. Fun fact, if I tap on the screen, the device is dead. It hasn't been charged. We intentionally didn't charge this device for about 14 days. And the device, the capacitors in the Honeywell device is keeping the enough juice to tell my another trusty device that, hey, I'm here, you can find me. So you guys find your missing device, a high ASP item, so you guys can back in action, bring your productivity game up. That's Honeywell.
Cool. So yeah, the habit, man, that's actually a real life scenario that we have a lot of retailers complaining about losing devices. So yeah, that was going to finish off his shift by putting his device back on charge, man. Come on.
Oh,
Gotta put it back in the box.
Got a long break,
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm
fine.
not worry about it.
So yeah, so he's chucking his device back in the dock, and there you have it. That's the end of our day at S-Mart. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Maybe we made it a little bit more memorable by acting out some of these scenarios, and yeah, our acting skills probably aren't going to be memorable, but that's fine. So yeah, just to recap, we've had Axis talk to you guys about their analytics, how they're able to utilize some of their camera technology to keep staff safe. We've had Sanchit from SOTI talking around how his enterprise management platform is able to make sure that all of the devices have maximum uptime and make sure that, yeah, there's, all the devices are always ready and able to do things. Is there anything else that I missed, Sanchit, actually? No, that's all good. And then we had Honeywell, so Dutta from Honeywell just showing us the software stack that they have, so Honeywell Hop and Tail, Honeywell Smart Talk, and also, yeah, just the
Honeywell
devices.
Swift Decoder.
Yeah, or Swift Decoder, yeah. Swift Decoder, the AI, how could I forget that? And then just also how, yeah, the devices are so reliable and functional. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. We're just going to have a couple of minutes now to set up for the panel discussion, so feel free to grab a couple more, or a cup of coffee or some extra food, and we'll just get this sorted and come back shortly.